Since this ballpark was first built, wait till next year has been Cubs fans' battle cry. But the good news is, with so many bright stars in the farm system, there's plenty of hope on the horizon. I'm Matt Lindner for RedEye Sports. We spoke with a couple Cubs fans about some prospects to see just how well they know that farm system. Only thing is, the prospects we asked them about don't actually exist. No bigger name than Mark Fayette. Too, in terms of prospects in that Oakland deal. How long until we see him here at Wrigley?
You know what? With the way they're calling people up right now, they've been bringing them up left and right. I think they're giving them kind of like a trial this year. I wouldn't be surprised if he came up next year or the year after, trying to get these new people up here to build the team, because you can't win if you don't have people playing. So they got to come from somewhere.
And Mark Fay, who came over the Garza deal last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
What have you been hearing about a guy like him down at AA?
Yeah, I've been hearing he's doing pretty well too.
How about second baseman Mark Fay? He was the key to the Samardzija deal.
Right. I've heard a little bit about him. You know, I'm from Mississippi, so I don't get, all the local talent around here.
What is it about a guy like Mark Fay that gives you hope, too?
You know what? Any good ball player that is being talked about, we're talking about him right now, he's got to have something that's worthwhile.
Right.
So the fact that people know his name and that we're speaking about him speaks volumes, because there's thousands of them out there, but he's the one that we're talking about. So that speaks for a lot.
Guys like Ron Lita, who are going to be here soon.
Let's go, Ron Lita.
What's that?
Let's go.
Yeah?
Bring him up here. Let's go.
What about him makes him worthy of being here right now?
He's gonna be a badass.
But you have heard of Lita.
Oh yes, definitely. I think he'll be good for us. Pretty much their whole farm system right now, it's been building up to it. These upcoming years, it's going to be great.
He plays like a baller.
Obviously, we're hearing a lot about guys like Javier Baez and Alcantara, but what about some guys that are a little bit not as well known, like Ron Lita, down to the Kerry Wood type of pitcher?
Well, I'm not sure what all he's got, but I'm looking forward to seeing him within the next year or two. I mean, definitely the young kids are going to help the squad.
So Matt, obviously we've heard a lot about guys like Chris Bryant. How about a guy like Doug Yaloof, who we got in the Samardzija trade? What do you think about a guy like him and his future?
He looks pretty good. I hope he does well for us. I hate we got rid of Samardzija, but you got to do what you got to do to make the team better.
There's also Doug Yaloof too. We got him in the deal with Baltimore for Hamill last year.
Absolutely.
What do you hear? Twitter's been all Twitter about him. What are you hearing about Doug Yaloof?
Yeah, I've been hearing from some scouts that he's actually picking up as well, doing pretty good. So
how about a guy like J.C. Yatung? So he's out in King County right now, struggling with his control. What have you heard about him so far?
I actually saw them play because I'm from South Bend. Silverhawks. Saw him play in Silverhawks, and he did really well against them. I think he'll be a good addition in a few years for him, definitely.
What do you think of a guy like Yatung, who's left-handed, throws about 90 miles an hour? I mean, what do you think?
That's great.
What do you think of his future up here at Wrigley?
Looks good. Can't wait to see him pitch a little more.
Does Yatung have a spot on this roster? He's a pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Since we traded, Samardzija, and we don't have Hamill anymore either, it seems like we're kind of thin on pitching. I know the minors are kind of more stacked with position players as well, so we are thin on pitching. So if he pans out, it'd definitely help.
How about a local guy like Don Essex III? Naperville graduate, came over here in the Garza deal last year.
Well, you know what? Anytime you get someone that's local, that's from the area, that's a win for everybody. Everybody wants to come to Chicago. If you can be that person from Chicago, to play in Chicago, to be that hero, to win a championship for Chicago, that's where it's at.
Worth it if we get a talent like Essex?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well,
absolutely.
Why is that though?
Well, we're obviously not going to win it this year, so we've got to get some younger players in place and see what we can build.
What is it about Essex that makes him so special, though? I'm not seeing it totally.
I am not sure.
What was your name?
I'm Mike.
Mike, good to meet you. I'm Matt.
Nice to meet you too. Have a good day, man.